friends, welcome back to Homestead on a Prayer. In case you're new here, my name's Jennifer. We're over here in, I guess, what we call the side yard. I guess it's part of the backyard, but our yards are kind of split into distinct yards. As you can see, I have the chain link fence behind me, and inside that chain link fence is what we call the backyard. That's where our chickens live and hang out. So over here is what we kind of call the side yard. Now, we don't use this side yard for a whole lot. It's not really ideal for really all that much. And so I've been thinking lately about ways that I could possibly put this side yard to better use. So let's take a look around. I'll show you guys what we have going on in this yard, and then maybe you guys can help me out and give me some suggestions. All right, so as we head into the side yard, we walk up these steps here, and you can see my lack of raking skills. So our chickens are out. They always have to come over here whenever they see me out, just in case I've got some treats for them. So over here, against this fence here, I've got blackberries planted. You can see they don't look like all that much right now. We just planted these last year. Another one down here. Along this fence, I've got 5 blackberry plants. So those blackberry bushes don't really look like all that much right now. We just planted them last year. Of course, didn't get any fruit last year. I am hoping that we'll get a little bit of a harvest this year. We'll see how that goes. They haven't really woken up from winter yet, so I don't really have an idea of how they're doing yet. But I'm hoping that this will be the year that we get some nice, fresh, delicious blackberries. All right, so as we continue on through here, you can see I've got this significant area, just kind of an expanse of grassiness, which it isn't the best soil, and it's pretty well shaded, as you can see. In the spring, when all these trees leaf out, this does get some sun. I'd say it's probably partial sun, maybe down here on the edge closer to the driveway. That might be closer to full sun. But a lot of this is really partial sun. I'm trying to decide what to do with it. You can see right here, this is my no-dig garden bed that I kind of put in on a whim last year. I honestly didn't do it the best way. I just kind of threw it together. We didn't get a real lot of harvest out of that, but I'm hoping to straighten it out and use that this year, hopefully with a little bit better results. Now over here, I've got a couple crabapple trees. You can see I've got this big one right here, and then behind it there's a little one. Those are really more ornamental than anything else. They are pretty. I'm not sure if there's really much use for them, except they are great at attracting pollinators. In the spring, when these flower, this whole area is filled with bees. All right, so we're gonna walk through the yard, and I'm gonna show you guys something that I am really excited about, something that is a new addition, and that is these apple trees here. So I've got an apple tree right here, and then back there you can see I've got a second one back there. So these apple trees are brand new. I just put these in probably about a week or so ago. They're completely dormant right now. I got them as bare root trees. I just planted them. We obviously will not be getting any kind of harvest from them this year, but I'm hoping that down the road we will. So I planted 2 semi-dwarf apple trees, and I am really excited about those. I don't really know anything about growing apple trees. I decided to finally just jump in and do it. So if you guys have any tips or advice about growing apple trees, or if you have any resources for me, I would really appreciate if you leave any tips in the comments, or if you link any resources for me, because I'm going to be all new to pruning. I did get these from Stark Brothers, and when they ship them to you, it says that they come professionally pruned. I mean, honestly, they basically just look like really big sticks right now. They don't even have any branches or anything. So I shouldn't have to do any pruning this year. But starting next year, I'm going to have to really learn all about pruning. I want to learn about how to grow apple trees organically, but still minimize pests. So I'm going to have a lot of research ahead of me. But I kind of decided it's probably like everything else in the garden, where the best way to learn is really by doing it. So I decided to kind of continue on with research, but throw a little hands-on learning in there too, and I think that's going to work really well. So you can see on these trees here, they have a pretty extensive area that I've dug out around them. I am actually going to be increasing that quite a bit, because my plan for these trees is to plant a permaculture guild underneath them. So that will be its own separate video, so I'm not really going to go into all that right now. But I have been reading a lot about permaculture, and it's something that's really interesting to me. And fruit tree guilds are supposed to be a really great way to grow your fruit trees, to kind of promote their health organically, to minimize pests organically. So that is something that I am definitely going to be giving a try to. And when I go ahead and plant that, I'll definitely make a video so you guys can see how I do that. But again, that's something else that I'm still learning. So if you have tips about that too, go ahead and let me know, because I would love to learn from that. So really in our side yard, that is all that we have going on right now. I'm gonna duck under that branch there. So that's all that we really have going on right now. but I don't feel like we're really making the best use of this space. So I've been trying to come up with ways to really put this space to use. So if you guys have any suggestions for me, please go ahead and let me know, because I would really love to actually use this area of my yard for something. So especially with the state of the world right now, I mean, I don't have to tell you guys what's going on. If you watch the news, or even if you just go to the grocery store, it's no secret that the world is kind of a little bit crazy right now and kind of uncertain right now. And so I think that growing more of our own food and really making the most of every space that we have available is really a wise choice right now. Now, I'm definitely not saying to go live in fear or just to make rash decisions based on fear, because I don't think that's wise either. But I think that being a little prepared isn't a bad thing. And I mean, really, what is it going to hurt? If we plant this whole yard with food and end up having abundance, we can share that with people. And if nothing else, we'll save a little money at the grocery store. So I definitely don't think that it's a bad idea to look into expanding our growing area a little bit. But all that being said, if you guys have any suggestions for how to use this area the best way, let me know. So kind of what I've been toying with is turning that no-dig garden bed that I showed you, kind of leveling it out a little bit, because if you noticed, it wasn't all that level. I think I really need to do a better job just kind of leveling that out, maybe expanding it a little bit. I thought about turning that into an asparagus patch, because that area does actually get quite a bit more sun than the rest of the yard back here, so I'm hoping that asparagus would do well. And then I was thinking about maybe bringing in a couple more raised beds back here and trying my best to grow some crops that probably would prefer a little more sun, but I'm hoping we'll still be able to get some of a yield back here growing them. So if you have any suggestions for that, please let me know. So when I was thinking about specifics, kind of what I was thinking about in my mind was, as I said, expanding that no-dig area and turning that into an asparagus bed, possibly putting in 4 raised beds. I was considering doing 1 raised bed, all of potatoes, 1 of sweet potatoes, and then have 2 that are going to kind of rotate. 1 will be strawberries and 1 will be garlic. And the idea with that would be, as soon as you harvest the garlic, you take the runners from the strawberry bed, plant them in there, and then the next season pull out the strawberries and plant garlic there, so they kind of rotate back and forth. I honestly don't really know if that is the best use of space. That's just kind of something I'm toying around with. So if you guys have any input on that, I would really appreciate it. But we definitely, no matter what we end up deciding, it's probably going to be a fairly big project. This yard is really not level. Now, if I go the raised bed route, I may end up just leveling only the footprint of the bed itself, and then I have to figure out something for the walkways. So I know this is kind of a scattered little vlog here. I'm just kind of talking this through with you guys, and I'm hoping that some of you guys will have some really amazing suggestions that I haven't even thought of. So that's just kind of something I'm toying with. So this year, you may end up seeing some garden expansion. So comment below what you would do with this space here, and if you think there's a better suggestion than what I've said, I would definitely like to hear it. So I'm definitely going to be playing around with ideas, talk to Dan about it, and see what he really wants to do with this area too. And I will, of course, keep you guys updated. Whatever we end up doing back here, you guys will definitely know about it. So thanks for hanging out with me today and getting this kind of little impromptu tour of my side yard, and just listen to potential plans for the future. So again, I hope you guys are having a great day. I hope that you are planning to grow abundantly this year, and I hope that you are really excited for gardening season like I am. Can't wait to garden with you guys all season long this year. So I hope you guys are having a great day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye guys. I'll see you next time.